Right, in this video we're going to show you our new mud flaps for the Land Rover Defender. Now these are the same for the 90, the 110 and the 130. I'm saying that. I'll edit it out if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. What do you reckon, Alicia?
Should be okay.
Should be okay. We'll double check. Right. Now, these are a quick fit one. So let's have a look at these compared to the genuine Land Rover ones. Right, these are the front. That is the front. That is the front. That side. Right. So why are they? They're easier to fit. The Land Rover ones look nice. I can't criticise the look and the function. We've been off-roading with them and they've been no problem. We haven't managed to rip them off. But fitting them is an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I've done the video on it. And you have to take this panel off, and you have to do this, and you have to get screws in where you can't even get your hand. You've got to get a screw in up through here. Oh, it is a total. I cussed many a time installing these. And you've also got to perforate the poop out of your car. You have to drill a hole here, a hole here, a hole here. And I will take these off now, and we will show you the perforation. So the problem is, Land Rover ones are great, they're a pain to fit. If you're buying a new car, spec them, honestly. And then when you look at them, some of the ones at the dealers I've seen fitted were not fitted great. So this is a much simpler method. And it just fits using a bolt under here. There's a plastic clip that goes on the top. And then there's a clever little, so these are like rally style. So we've got a little lead that just holds this back a little bit. And that means you can have a much flatter thing. You don't need the rigidity of this complicated design. So that is what they're going to look like. So they're going to do much the same. They've got this bit here. We've got some stainless steel rivets, and these are the catch wires that are going to hold it up. Okay, so that goes, I've got to get this the right way round. So which is the wheel side? It goes through from here. Okay, so on the car, it's like this, sorry. I'll get it right. It's confusing me. So there we go. So that will be the side on the wheel side. Okay, and that will hold that up. These are the clips that go on the top. These are the bolts that bolt it on through this hole. And these are the brackets. So this is no drill for the front. This bracket sits up. We're going to bolt that to it, and then that is going to bolt up onto there. Okay, so we've got these stainless steel brackets. Everything is rust proof, we're pretty sure. Right, the rear ones are much the same. You've got now the downside of the rear ones is there's no drilling at all of the rear other than one hole, and it's gonna sit here exactly the same, and there's one hole, a 5mm hole you've got to drill under here. Now, you could just tape it over with a small bit of black tape if you've got to give your car back at the end of the lease or you're worried. It will be the smallest of holes there. That's the only way we could get the tension up here. There's nothing else we could link to on that. Right, let's get these mud flaps off, Alicia. Let's get the car jacked off. Now, we'll take our wheels off to make it easier to video, but you should, on your drive, you should just better turn your wheels to give you enough clearance. Right, let's get the wheels off. Right, so we've taken the mud flap off. So the original mud flap, you've got to drill these holes in your bodywork, and it's a right pain if you watch my video. So, and you've got to fit a bracket under here, and it was hard enough to get them off. So right, Alicia's going to show us how to fit this. So we've coloured the little rivet fixing there, the plastic rivet. You've got to get under the front bit of it. And then there's the front peg comes out of the fitting. So get right in behind it, Alicia. That's it. And then you should be able to pull the whole peg, or you've pulled the middle out, which is fine. So that's the middle of the fitting. And then the rest of it comes out. Right, okay, so that's that. Right, now you can take your coach bolt, your 20mm coach bolt. Get that ready. Okay, and then you can offer up the mud flap. Now the cool thing about this mud flap is this little lip under the back here, and that hooks over. If you demonstrate how that hooks on, and that virtually holds the mud flap in place, and you have to rotate it a bit to line up that hole. Alicia, that's right. And you can see that hole's lined up now, and then you can use the coach bolt, go through there, out the back. Now you shouldn't need to remove anything on the back, and you should better get your hand up behind it and tighten that fitting up. So these are zinc plated, but the ones we're going to put with the kit for put on sale are going to be stainless steel. Okay, you found that?
Yeah.
Right, we'll leave that there. We'll tighten that up at the end, but you can see that's easy. Now, this is all pretty much clipped in place. Now, the next thing you need is this plastic clip here. Now, you'll notice one side of it is flat on the right-hand side as you look at the image, and the left-hand side is got a slight kick-up on it. So, the kick-up side really wants to be at the back, so that the nice flat side is at the front. And that goes over the top and just clips and keeps that all in place. And it's sort of barbed, so that sticks there now. So that is now all in place. But what we've got to do is, because of the lack of rigidity, and we've got these rally style, we're going to pull it backwards. And that's why we need the rear mounting bracket. Right, I'm under the car and Alicia's got it there. Right, Alicia, it's shining in your face a bit. I'm sorry, the light, but... Right, and then there's a little fir tree fixing on the bottom here, holding that bottom trim on, that you've got to wrestle out. Oh, that's it, well done. Right, and then with that out, we can get the bracket, and the bracket slips over the top there. Okay, and then we can get the screw. Do you want me to hold it there? I got it. I got it there, and then there you go. Can you see and line up that hole with that bracket? Right, and then when you've got that lined up, there's loads of room in there. You can clamp that up. That's it, go a bit more. Okay, and that's gripping those together. Right, now we can get the cable. So we've already passed the cable through with its little chuck, and then it can go in. Oh, I hold that there for you, Alicia. Can you get the bolt in from the back? Yeah. Oh, that bracket again is stainless steel, and those screws are stainless steel. And we can tighten that. Now, we've designed this so that this will actually just about pull through the rubber if it gets stuck on something. I'm going to give that a tighten up. But you want to try and keep the cable pointing straight down. Right, and we've got to tighten up that other nut. There's the nut that you can see at the back there. So you can see access is no problem at all. We'll get that tightened up and then let's have a look what that looks like. Right, so that's the Rally Easy Fit front mud flap fitted. Let's get on and do the rear one. Right, we're on to the rear now. So this is the rear one that's going to go again. The metal plate faces rearwards. So this is going to use the same 3 fixings that hold this felt liner on. So I'm going to use exactly the same fixings. That's going to sit in here, and then we're going to put the thing, and we've got a template, and we'll have to put a small tiny hole in there. So right, let's get going with that. So let's go removing those trim clips, Alicia. So I'll take the middle bit out first, don't go. That's it, take the middle bit out, and then there you go, there's the clip. I'm not sure why, but that one put up a real fight. Get that last one. There you go. You got it. Got the middle bit out, and then I think sometimes they get twisted in there. Right, so we don't need to. We just got to reuse those before we go. So obviously it's going to fit those fir tree fixings go into those plastic fittings you can see there into the rear bumper. But one thing we could do before that is let's get that template and mark that hole. So the hole we need to put needs to be in line with the middle of the wheel, which is going to be the middle of the mud flap. We've made a little template. Let's see if we can work out how to use it, Alicia. So I think it goes that way round if you hold it there. Okay, so it lines up on the reverse light, and this edge lines up, and that's the hole we're trying to mark. So let's put some masking tape down here first. All right, grab a pen. The masking tape in place, hold the template up. Okay, make sure it follows that line. It's not ultra precise, but there you go. You mark there with the little target mark. Yeah, we've got a mark there. Grab the Sharpie pen, which will be a bit easier to see, and we'll turn that. We'll put a cross through there. Right, then we'll grab a 5mm drill. Right, just take a peek inside just to check you've got no wiring looms imminently close. Right, have you got that then, Alicia? There we go, we can see our mark thing. So you never got that, Alicia? So just go slowly, it's like go square on, give it a good push to sort of get a bit of a dent, and then just go slowly. Don't want it wandering. Go to the right, you backwards on the drill. Go forwards. There. You don't want it wandering, just slowly. There you go, you're through, yep. Yeah. Good job, right. Okay, so that's just a tiny hole put there, and that's for our rivet. You can take your masking tape off now. So the trick now is you've got to obviously put that through that first one, and you've got to get all the 3 layers linked up together. So make sure you're all close, and then you can push that pin. Now the pin might be quite tricky to push in, because he's now going through 3. That's got it, yep. Right, we'll do the other 2. Right, we'll put the part numbers for these clips on the screen in case you break any. Fit that one in. Well done. That's nice and flush. And then we'll get that 3rd one in. So thread the little retaining strap through the hole. So that little... Now, this has got a bend in it. This fitting here has got a bend. So make sure you get it the right way around. You might have to rotate it 180 degrees. And that should now be in line with our hole. So if you get your pop rivet, load your pop rivet into your gun. Go through there, into the hole. Alright, push it in so it's in. Right, now keep it pushed in. And I'll keep it pushed in. Now you squeeze as hard as you can. Alright, and again, open it up, squeeze, open it up, squeeze, open it up, squeeze, open it up, squeeze. On Alicia, you can do it one more. There you go. And that is riveted on. That is not going to come loose. That's not going to corrode. And that's got that supported. And you can see how many holes you have to make under here to fit those original mud flaps. You have to pepper the car. Right, let's take a look. So there we go, that is it. So obviously the Defender's doing the Paris Dakar rally. I'll have to look what mud flaps they've got. But you've got the more rally look with the sort of the stance of it coming out. So that is our mud flap solution. And the emphasis on quick fit. I would say the genuine Land Rover ones are good. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just fitting them. It's an absolute pain. Especially if you've got a new car and you start drilling it. This one we've only got the one tiny hole to drill. So we'll get some pictures of those and we'll get those on the website. But let us know what you think.